Alright, this is part 5 of creating the stand, in which we're gonna create the barrel sleeve and some other pieces. And actually, there are some things that we need to delete here because they are not perfectly cylindrical. So we're gonna create, as you can see here, a perfect cylinder, and we're gonna rotate it using the angle snap toggle, which is gonna allow us to rotate perfectly in per degrees. So now we're gonna convert this to out of a poly before setting the number of degrees to, or number size to 18, and then of course we're gonna figure out a way to create these holes in this barrel sleeve. So we need, well, of course, to center it, to put it in the right place. And there are some imperfections right here, I must admit, because maybe maybe we will fix them later. But for now, we're gonna focus on what we are gonna create right now. So there are some holes right there, and we'll try how to fix this. So let's actually select an exact number of polygons that is gonna be directly responsible for creating this a part of these holes. Then we're gonna copy it all over in a rotational movement. So probably we're gonna pick maybe 3 polygons. Probably I'm gonna delete those polys on the ends, and of course we'll try to figure out a way to set exactly where these are gonna be. And of course these 3 are gonna be what we are gonna focus on, so everything else is gonna be deleted for this matter. And of course we are going to reduce the size of the polygons that are gonna be related directly to creating these holes. So as you can see here, the center is perfectly where we want it, and now we want actually to kind of set an area where we're gonna do some we're gonna inset. We're gonna create an inset, and of course there is gonna be a hole or 2 of them. So this is the idea, and we'll try to we're gonna try to make this happen, and it's not that hard. It's actually simple. Okay, chamfering these is probably a good idea. Probably we need 1 as well in the center. So the inset is not gonna be that crazy. And of course we can apply this method of creating a cylinder on top, then aligning the vertices, or we can just scale the vertices on the side. Of course the ones that are on the far side, which is the top right, top left, bottom right, bottom left, and then we're gonna scale them together to get what we want. And we can also use this method that is gonna guarantee the results. Okay, and as we complete the aligning process, we are gonna get rid of the cylinder, or the what we consider a plane that we use to create this selection right there, or this these polygons here that we're gonna delete in order to create these holes. And of course, to create the other side, we're gonna just apply symmetry modifier. Okay, we're trying to push this other part of the symmetry in the right place, but unfortunately it's not extremely accurate, so we're gonna delete some parts, and we're gonna bridge them together. Okay, good. Now the interesting part is to create an array, or a set of copies that are gonna make the circle or the cylinder whole again. So what we need here is to apply the array tool right there, and set the number of copies we need, and then we're gonna rotate them few degrees in the direction that we want. Okay, this didn't work, so do it again. It was the wrong angle. So it wasn't the y-axis, actually it was the x-axis. And as you can see here, we need another copy. We made a mistake right there. It was 6 copies instead of 5. So here we are, and the next thing we need to do actually is to attach these pieces together, convert them to the poly, and then attach them together. And of course they're attached, but the vertices where they meet each other are not welded, so we're gonna select them manually and weld them, or we can just select everything and weld and with a very small amount. But there is a problem that might occur, which is knowing that some other vertices that we don't want to weld are extremely close together. This might cause unwanted welding processes, so manually works better sometimes. Okay, we're gonna create this we're gonna cap this actually pretty quickly. We could have just capped it, and that would have just worked fine. All right, right now we are trying to actually connect some of these vertices and lines right here, and the funny thing is, they should have not occurred, because in the first place, this kind of creating additional lines and vertices like this is not something appropriate. It's not something we want. But for now, for the sake of learning, we're gonna show you how to fix this if this happens to you. Usually, it is better actually to connect everything in its proper place. For example, if we want to create an opening in a piece, we don't want the extra geometry to spill over the other pieces, which don't need these additional actually poly count that is gonna hinder us or prevent us from getting the best performance later on. Okay, of course, the number of segments between these two pieces is not the same, so we gotta figure out a way to make them connect to each other. And we can actually get away with not attaching them, but yeah, this is a good exercise anyways. Okay, we're gonna cut over here to allow ourselves to create that additional edge that we removed before. Actually, these two pieces don't have to be attached, but for the sake of making sure that everything is gonna go smoothly when we apply the smoothing modifier, they better be very close to each other when they become smoothed out. Alright, I think that's it for this part. If you enjoyed this, or if you didn't, let me know. And yeah, I'll see you in the next part. Take care.